Welcome to Remembering Our Spirits from the book Around the Year with Emmett Fox. October 4th, 2023. The Kindling of God. Read Psalms 18. In verse 28, the psalmist moves to another phase of the teaching. You will light my candle. The Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. Many similes have been offered by religious teachers to illustrate the relationship between God and man. One of the best known and most helpful is to think of man as a spark from a great fire, which is God. The spark is not the whole of the fire, but it is part of it, and therefore of the same nature, and possesses potentially all the characteristics of the parent fire. It can ignite many things upon which it falls, thus producing another fire, essentially of the same nature as the original fire. What a really simple metaphor. That God is a fire and you are a spark from that fire, which means every single thing that original fire can do, you can also do. Every single thing that original fire is, you are. My experience, in my near-death experience, was that fire is love and only love. I did not experience a fire in my near-death experience. I experienced a beautiful white light. As I got close to that white light took on the form of Mary, the Virgin Mary, because I was raised Catholic, and it knew that my level of consciousness at that time would understand what that light was. Love and only love. That fire is love and only love. So I take the spark that I am, if you will, from that fire of origin, and I get rid of everything in the way of that spark, of me being in experiential remembrance of who I am. And the only person that has put anything in the way of me being in perfect remembrance of who I am within that spark is me. So I get to walk back through all of my ego fear-based choices and choose again. Sometimes it is not easy. Sometimes it's really, really hard. And I am willing every day to continue this walk. Walk with me. Pick up spiritual practices and tools that uncover and feed your spiritual consciousness, your spiritual nature. It's time. My spirit acknowledges and sees your spirit. In addition to that, I have the gift of seeing the obstacles in the way of you being in remembrance of the love that you are. Let's walk through those dark obstacles together. Let's form a large community that is growing and feeding our spiritual consciousness in many ways and in many forms. And let's learn from each other and support each other. How can something that is infinite insist that there is a finite way to be in relationship with it? The two cannot coexist. Finite and infinite cannot coexist. My God is infinite. Therefore, whatever way, whatever tools and practices you are choosing to be in relationship with the infinite love that we all are, Great. I look forward to hearing about them. Never let anyone tell you you're doing it incorrectly or you have to do it a certain way. That is untrue. And what they are demonstrating that they're in conscious relationship with something finite. And I support them in inviting the infinite into their experience of finite. I walk with you. I walk with you. As always, take the best for you and leave the rest. And if in fact the metaphor of God as fire doesn't work for you, pick something else. Pick something else. I also really like the ocean. Pick whatever metaphor resonates and speaks to you. Have a blessed day.